This is its financial history too, where money's past reveals tomorrow's truth. He didn't build an oil empire. He built a system. A system so powerful that even today, over 100 years later, you are still living inside it. This is the real story of John D. Rockefeller, the man who quietly shaped your money, your job, your education, and your future. Welcome to its financial history too. In 1870, a 31-year-old businessman in Cleveland held just 4% of America's oil refining market. 10 years later, he controlled 90%. By 1904, he controlled 91% of oil production and 85% of final sales. That man was John D. Rockefeller, and what he built wasn't just a company. It was the operating system of modern corporate power. Standard Oil may have been broken up in 1911, but the method Rockefeller invented didn't die. It adapted, it spread. And in 2025, it shapes nearly every part of your life. The gasoline in your tank, the pills in your cabinet, the food in your kitchen, the platforms on your phone, and the banks that move your money. Every dominant corporation today, from Amazon to Google, from Pfizer to JP Morgan, uses the blueprint Rockefeller created: control the supply chain vertically, eliminate rivals horizontally, capture regulators quietly, use philanthropy to shape public policy, turn breakups into opportunities for bigger profits. Rockefeller didn't just dominate oil. He built the architecture of corporate dominance. And once you see it, you start seeing it everywhere. Rockefeller's origin story. The making of a machine. John Davidson Rockefeller was born in 1839. His father? A traveling con artist who sold fake miracle cures. His mother? A deeply religious Baptist. This strange mix, ruthless cunning paired with moral certainty, became Rockefeller's genius. He believed two things simultaneously. He was chosen by God to organize the chaotic oil industry. He had the right to crush anyone who stood in his way. And he did. When oil was discovered in Pennsylvania in 1859, chaos followed. Boom, bust, overproduction, shortages, total unpredictability. Rockefeller saw opportunity not in drilling, but in refining the oil into kerosene. Drilling was gambling. Refining was strategy. By 1863, he owned his first refinery. Within 2 years, it was the biggest in Cleveland. But Cleveland had nearly 30 refineries, most weak, most fragile. Rockefeller didn't try to compete. He tried to erase competition entirely. Phase 1. Vertical integration. Controlling everything. While other refiners focused on one slice of the process, Rockefeller wanted the whole process. So he bought the barrel factories, the tank cars, the warehouses, the shipping networks, the distribution channels. Everything that cost his competitors money became something he owned. His production costs plummeted. Competitors couldn't keep up. He negotiated secret railroad rebates. Railroads actually paid him to ship his oil while charging higher rates to his rivals. It was legal at the time. It was brutal. And it worked. By 1870, Rockefeller officially formed Standard Oil of Ohio. He controlled just 4% of U.S. refining. But the empire had begun. Phase 2. Horizontal integration. Eliminating rivals. In 1872 came the legendary Cleveland Massacre. Rockefeller went to every refinery owner in the city with a simple offer: sell to me, or die in the price war. Those who sold were paid well, those who didn't. Rockefeller dropped prices so low they bled cash until they collapsed. After 90 days, Rockefeller owned 25 of Cleveland's 26 refineries. The formula was set: buy them if they'll sell, break them if they won't. This pattern repeated across America: Pittsburgh, New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore. By 1879, Standard Oil controlled 90% of American refining. This wasn't a company anymore. It was a machine. The invention of the modern corporation. Rockefeller had a problem. Monopolies were becoming illegal and extremely unpopular. The solution? The trust, created in 1882. It allowed Rockefeller to legally control dozens of companies across multiple states under one central structure while technically staying within the law. This was the first major corporate trust in U.S. history. And it became the template for modern holding companies, multinational corporate structures: Alphabet, Google, Meta, Berkshire Hathaway. Every major conglomerate today. Rockefeller didn't just build Standard Oil. He built the corporate form we still use. 1911. The breakup that made him even richer. Public anger exploded. Ida Tarbell's reporting exposed Standard Oil's tactics. The Supreme Court ordered the company split into 34 separate firms. It was supposed to destroy Rockefeller. Instead, it made him richer than any human who ever lived. He still owned shares in every new company. Standard Oil of New Jersey gives Exxon. Standard Oil of New York gives Mobil. Standard Oil of California gives Chevron. Standard Oil of Indiana gives Amoco. Standard Oil of Ohio gives Sohio. The breakup multiplied Rockefeller's wealth because the individual pieces grew faster on their own, and over the next century, many of them quietly merged back together. The system lives on in 2025. This is where it gets real. Modern corporations didn't just copy Rockefeller's tactics, they perfected them. Amazon equals Rockefeller 2.0 vertical integration. Warehouses gives logistics, gives shipping, gives payments, gives cloud computing. Horizontal consolidation. Buy everything, Whole Foods, Twitch, Ring, or copy it, and undercut sellers using their own data. Google equals the digital trust alphabet is the modern trust one parent company, multiple subsidiaries, shared control. Pharma equals Rockefeller's regulatory playbook patent extensions. FDA influence, lobbying. The same rule-shaping strategies Rockefeller pioneered. Banks equals the holding company empire JP Morgan Chase, Citi, BofA all built using the same holding company model Rockefeller created in 1882. Philanthropy equals influence. Disguised as charity, the Rockefeller Foundation shaped medicine, education, and public policy. Today it's Gates, Bezos, Zuckerberg. The strategy is identical. Lower taxes, higher influence. The system extracts wealth. Every day you can choose Exxon, Chevron, BP, Shell. But they're all descendants of the same monopoly. You can choose Amazon or Walmart. But they're using the same integration playbook. You can choose Google alternatives. But none have 92% market share. You can't escape the system. You can only navigate it. Rockefeller didn't build a business. He built a self-reinforcing structure that extracts wealth, eliminates competitors, shapes regulations, and rewards those who own it. The paradox: the system is not evil, it is efficient. It gives you cheap products, fast shipping, modern medicine, reliable fuel. But it also concentrates wealth at the top faster than any system in history. Both things are true. So what can you do? 1. Accept the system. Use its efficiency. Enjoy its convenience. 2. Fight the system. Support antitrust. Buy local. Use alternatives. 3. Understand the system and position yourself. Own shares of the companies that dominate. If the system extracts wealth, become part of the ownership. Rockefeller didn't escape the system. He built it and profited from it. You can do the same on your own scale. The conclusion: Rockefeller died in 1937, but his structure, vertical control, horizontal consolidation, trusts, regulatory capture, philanthropy became the backbone of global capitalism. You don't live in Standard Oil's world, you live in Rockefeller's method. A system designed not to be escaped but to be understood. And once you understand it, you see the modern world for what it really is. Please subscribe my channel and like the video.